YouTube, it's Erin, and I am the Handbag Housewife, and I'm back again with another video. So I have not been making a lot of videos this week. If you're not aware, my son was in an ATV accident. He has a concussion and had some facial fractures, liver lacerations, so he did get pretty banged up. But he passed his cognitive test when they tested him in the hospital, 30 out of 30, so things look really good. He has to take it very easy. Today's the first day that I have felt even just a little bit like myself. I'm working on getting ready to go on this trip that I've been talking about for a while to the Mediterranean. I leave next Wednesday morning, and it's hard for me to even consider leaving whenever my son has had this accident so recently. My husband's not going. My kids both are not going, and that was always the plan. It was always going to be just me because of basketball obligations that the kids have in the month of June. I considered staying home, but my kids have both resoundingly said, "No, Mom, you need to go." And my husband said, "No, you need to go." And so I guess I'm going. The trip is for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and they're taking 31 people to celebrate on this cruise of the Mediterranean. And I'm the only one that's going to be there without their family, which is a little hard, I have to say, especially with my family being hurt partially back at home. But he will be well cared for. He's got my husband. My mother-in-law is going to come and stay. My brother and sister-in-law live within a few minutes, and my sister-in-law is a pediatrician. So we have a lot of medical help in the family. My father-in-law is a family practice doctor, and so he could come over if he needed to. So we have lots of help in addition to the medical community that we have where we live, due to the fact that my hubby is a doctor in the area that we live. So I have a giant box here, and this is from Dior, and as you can see, I've already opened it. I did try to package it back as close as I could to what it originally was. And I'm sending this item back. And I wouldn't say it's an epic fail or anything. It's just really not for me. There is a little bit of a defect on it. Not bad. I mean, I would probably actually keep it if it was for me. Like if it was my style and I thought it was going to work in my wardrobe. But because I don't live close to a Dior store or really any of these luxury stores, the only way for me to try these things is to get them in person and check them out. And a friend of mine, and also a lovely subscriber, got one of these in the raffia, and it was so pretty, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to try this. So let's go ahead and get into what it is, and then I'll show you the different ways that I tried it and the plans I had for it, and we will just check it out together. So I'm going to take the lid off. They package so beautifully. They have all this fancy tissue paper. You can see it's all pleated up below the bag, and that's how I can get this bag out of there, is to just pull all of that out. And this isn't even really a bag. This is a pouch. It's called the Montaigne 30 or Dea pouch, or both. And this is available on the Dior website, but if you order through a sales associate in Hawaii, and you can just call the Waikiki or any of the stores in Hawaii. I don't know if there's more than one Dior. I assume there would also be one in Maui, but I may be wrong. But you can call any of the stores and they will ship to you for free, and it is $50 cheaper than it is on the website if you get it from Hawaii Dior. Now for this instance, they had to order this from the mainland for me, ship it to Hawaii, and then they shipped it to me. That's just how they do it. Seems kind of silly, but that's how they do it. So this is the small defect. This little piece right here is a little bit off center, and I think you could wiggle it to be on center because it looks like the part right here in the middle is probably posted through the zipper somehow. So I think it's sort of like movable, but it does hang just a little bit off kilter. Now, if I liked everything about the bag, I would keep it regardless of that. And I keep saying bag, but this is something I would use as a bag, not a pouch. And the reason is because this material, it's a really soft, really nice material. And I don't have any bags big enough I would use this for inside, except for maybe my berry or a tote. And so I wouldn't use it as a pouch, and I would worry about it getting dirty or snagged on something else. So I got this to use as a bag. So I am sending this back, so I'm not going to completely unwrap this, but it does have a little D-ring right here, and it has like this leash attached to it. And on the other end of the leash is another little circle that you could loop around something. So if you did have this inside a larger bag, you could attach it to something else. You can completely remove that piece by pulling the leather over that little knob. So I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. You could easily attach a wristlet strap here and have that coming out of the side of the bag, and then use this as a wristlet. It is a little big to be a wristlet, but you could definitely pull that off. It's just not going to work with that particular navy strap. Now, I've seen people use that navy strap to hook a chain onto both sides of the bag, where you would run it under the zipper and then somehow use this loop on this other side to hook a chain. And I don't want to do that. That would be just kind of a mess getting in and out. I think that that leather bit would be in the way, and that's not something I want to do. So I do have this insert that I got a long time ago from Amazon for a Toiletry 26. I had a Toiletry 26 once upon a time, and this is just a cheap insert. There are a lot of them available. If you do get the Dea pouch, Zumani has one that's actually custom made for this bag, and I would recommend that over what I have. But I'm going to just use what I have for reference. There are card slots inside, and then there's also like this fabric interior inside. So as like a makeup pouch or something of that nature, this wouldn't be good. The Toiletry 26, the way the zipper is on that bag, I think it comes up a little higher, because there is a little bit of a height issue for the Toiletry 26 insert inside this bag, but you can definitely make it work. And my idea for this bag was to use it with this strap to have one more way to wear it. And so I was going to use those new clips because I didn't think that the big old clips on this strap would work. I got some new clips from Amazon. And actually, after reading you guys' feedback, I mean, some of you liked them, some of you didn't. I kind of think I like the original Dior clips the best, even with the Caro. Even though it's bulky, I kind of prefer the original Dior clips better than those other ones. But maybe I will find another use for those other ones. What surprised me so much was that these chunky clips, I feel like they look good with this bag or this pouch, regardless of the fact that they're chunky. I don't think I need the more slimline ones, and I feel like the gold really brings out that tiny bit of gold hardware that is on the bag, like on the end there, and on the CD logo on the front. The issue I have with attaching the strap this way is that it does pull the zipper open on the end. And this may not bother a lot of people, but this bothers me. I don't like for the zipper to be partially open. I feel like it looks off center to have this over here and this on the end. Other than that, I think it's a pretty nice setup, and it might work better if the insert fit the bag a little better if it was the actual insert that Zumani makes for this particular bag. And my Zumani code is HBHW20. I'll put it right here. You can save 20% off on Zumani's website. This isn't sponsored or anything, but if you do use that code, it helps me out just a little bit. When I put this on, I think it's really cute, but it's just a little bit big for me, and I would prefer it to be a little bit maybe less tall and a little bit wider, more like a handbag than a pouch. I love that it looks really good with the strap, but I have some other plans for this strap coming up soon in the future, and I just don't think I'm gonna wear this. And so I'm gonna return it for that reason, but I wanted to show you that you can make these Dior straps work with the Dea pouch, because this option combined together, if you pay for it at retail, would be like $2,200. And I think the cheapest oblique bags of any decent size are going to be over $3,000 in the pre-love market, and even more on Dior's website. Future editing Erin here. I forgot to show you how the pouch looked with a golden chain. And I did try it on with a shorter chain underneath my arm, and I really didn't care for that at all. I like it better crossbody. If I were to keep it, I would wear it crossbody, I think. So I tried it on with a longer golden Samorga chain, and I liked that look. I also liked it with the cotton strap that I showed you just a moment ago. And as far as the look of it, I think it looks really good. My issue again is just that it pulls the zipper open when you have something hooked on to the insert inside of the pouch. So the end of the zipper is open just a little bit, and that would drive me crazy. Another option that you could do is you could get a cage for your pouch. Now, this cage is from Dress Up Your Purse. My code with Dress Up Your Purse is HBHW15. You can put this bag inside this cage. It is a little bit tight. I'm going to put a picture in as I'm talking so you can see. You kind of have to wiggle it into here, and since I'm going to return this, I don't want to wiggle it in here again. But it does look really cute. I feel like it makes the bag look a little bit bigger than it is. But having the handles and having the clips on the end to easily attach a strap, that solves the problem of the zipper opening. So it's definitely a look. And I loved that the black leather kind of coordinated with the black trim on my Dior strap. So that was a win as well. So this particular cage from Dress Up Your Purse, I think it's really cute. It's made out of this kind of a stiffer leather than they use on their Boston bags. It's more like the Damier Ebene leather used to be for Louis Vuitton, where it's kind of shiny and hard. And so that is just something to keep in mind. It is going to reflect the light more, and it's a little stiffer than the leather on the Boston bags or on the Paris 15 bags. But it is another way to wear the bag. And like I said, I put it in there, I tried it on, and I think it's cute, but it is designed for the Toiletry 26. And it is a little bit tight on this bag, so I don't want to squeeze it in there again. I wasn't even going to make a video about this because I've been kind of down in the dumps this week, but as I was getting ready to ship it off, I thought this might be a valuable video for you all to see, and so I thought I would go ahead and do it. So let me give you a view of the Dea pouch all the way around. The thing I like about it better than the Louis Vuitton Toiletry 26 is that the edges are rounded. The Toiletry 26 has really sharp edges. It does dent in on the sides like the Toiletry 26. It has leather trim around the whole outside. Now the Toiletry 26 is all canvas, if I remember correctly. And this doesn't have the coated canvas, so it's not going to be as durable to stains and things like that. And if I was going to keep it, I would definitely spray it. It has more texture to it than this canvas strap. This canvas strap doesn't have a lot of texture to it, except for maybe where it says the Christian Dior on it. But it's not nearly so much texture as this weave has. This weave, you can feel it a lot more. So I think that does it for the Dea pouch. I can link it down below if you're interested. If you want to have my sales associate's contact information in Waikiki, I'm happy to give it to you. Just send me a DM on Instagram or email me. I may be out of pocket for a couple weeks, so if you don't hear back from me right away, that's why. But I did want to kind of showcase this pouch that you could make into a bag a couple different ways before I went, or I may post this while I'm gone. And by the way, my house isn't going to be empty while I'm gone because my family will still be here. And so that's why I'm telling you where and when I'm going, rather than kind of keeping it a secret until I get back. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Do it and ring the notification bell so that you are notified of future exciting content such as this. Also, go find me on Instagram. The name there's the same, is the @ then the Handbag Housewife, all lowercase. You can DM me there, or you can email me at thehandbaghousewife@gmail.com. If I don't hear from you, I will see you again real soon. Take care and have a fabulous day. Bye.